One. Alright, so this is my audience right here, and I'd like to welcome you to my presentation on the pseudoscience behind chiropractic. I'm going to go join the stream over here so you can see my visual aid is not streaming. What? Hello? Why is it doing that? Seriously? I hate doing this, bro. Why are you doing this? Start now. Okay. Try that again. Okay. So this is my audience, and I'd like to welcome you to the pseudoscience behind chiropractic. And let's just join the stream so you can see the visual aid. Okay. Have you ever gone to go see a chiropractor before, or have gone to see one-on-one with them? Well, today I'd like to reveal you the truth of chiropractic. So to start off, let's start off with a story about my tia, who goes to go see a chiropractor regularly because she suffers from lupus, which is a disease that attacks her nervous system and causes her joints to be inflamed. So she has to go see a chiropractor in order to resolve some of those issues. However, like her and many others, people are unaware of what chiropractic is, and like this photo, you might just think that this is just a regular medical practice, but it's kind of veiled in this sort of normality of it all, when in reality it's considered an alternative medicine. And through my research, I have uncovered that this is actually a pseudoscience, and how we should be discovering more about this pseudoscience rather than just leaving this uncovered. So as a quick preview, I'd like you to understand what chiropractic is, why it's a pseudoscience, and why many people would consider using chiropractic. To start off, I'd like you to understand some of the history of chiropractic and the founder Daniel D. Palmer and his successor B.J. Palmer. So to learn about the history, we need to first start off with Daniel D. Palmer, who started off as a magnetic healer before transitioning to several different forms of alternative medicine, by even which he got popular enough to get a statue of himself. And on the left, you can see that, and on the right, you can see that his son B.J. Palmer, which is the successor to his chiropractic business, which he ended up lending the keys to in a way. However, and this was coming from a source by NIH in 2009. However, they did have accreditation issues, and especially with fights with the AMA, all the way back in the 1800s and early 1900s, where they had, for several years, they're going through court cases in order to get accreditation, but they finally did. Of course, because chiropractic exists today. So we need to understand some of the alternative medicine and ideologies of chiropractic, such as their healing methods, which include one of which of magnetic healing, and then other of which, such as supernatural dealings with God, by calling even some of their chiropracticianers martyrs, and calling the overall medicine of it all dealings with God in a way. To understand how chiropractic is a pseudoscience, we need to understand the idea of subluxation, which is essentially a dislocation in the disc of your spinal cord. And many chiropractors say that this is essentially a cause of 95% of diseases across the United States and across the world. At least said in an article by NIH in 2018. And many chiropractors still believe in this idea of subluxation, at least by a study by Chiro and Manual Therapies, London, Volume 26 in 2018, which previews that 7 to 14 institutions in chiropractic use this method. So there's some thoughts on subluxation, saying that there is actually no scientific evidence to back this idea that it causes 95% of diseases in the world. And as you can see here, subluxation is just simply a dislocation in the spinal cord. How would this cause 95% of diseases? That just doesn't make sense. So therefore, leading to medical disapproval by many medical heads across the industry. Finally, there is some positives to chiropractic, but you need to understand that it's still pseudoscience. So some uses of chiropractic is in uses in pain and management, at least by a this article by Healthline in 2022, and also um, it's used for lower back pain, especially because of like athletes may get injured and need to have chiropractors in order to help resolve some of those issues. So some reconsiderations about chiropractic is that it could be an alternative medicine, that for one part, and that chiropractors don't have a PhD, or don't need to have a PhD to be a chiropractor, at least by article by the time in 2017, and it's also just as risky as getting surgery. So as stated before, many medical heads don't like chiropractic, at least by article by the Guardian in 2005. And in conclusion, what we learned is that about the history of chiropractic, subluxation, and the chiropractic appeal and reconsiderations. And so next time you go see a chiropractor, make sure to look out for some of these signs and stay more knowledgeable, everyone. Thank you and have a great day. As you can see here, this little brain is talking about staying healthy in the mind about chiropractic. Alright, goodbye.
Oh,
Ano
oh.
yun?